Hey guys, welcome back. It's been a minute, but I got a new setup. As y'all can tell, y'all were a little too close the first time, so I had to push y'all back just a little bit. But nonetheless, today we are making French onion meatball subs. I've been seeing a lot of French onion recipes going around, different versions and different varieties of it, and I haven't seen this yet, so this is what I came up with, and this is what we're gonna be making. I hope you enjoy it. Let's get to it. The first thing we're gonna prep is a yellow onion. This recipe does call for 1 onion, but if you like me and love onions, I am doubling up just because you can never have too much onions. If you don't know how to dice an onion, I'm gonna show you. So in the future, when I don't show this, I can say, go back to this video because this is where it's gonna be. But I always start off by chopping the base off of it, like so. Once you have this flat bottom like so, then I just turn it on it and I cut it right down the middle, okay? And we're gonna be doing like a small dice on the onion. So peel the layers back. I usually peel the first 2 layers because I always find that top layer of the onion is a little waxy. So I always go ahead and just peel that first. We're gonna make 3 cuts going horizontally, and then we're gonna make about 5 or 6 cuts going straight down. Go down like this. Go down. Go down. Okay, and then you're gonna make your cuts like so. Okay. Once you have all your pre-cuts, then you're just go straight down, dicing the onions. And this is gonna get you a nice small dice. Okay, cool. And once you get down to the root, just go ahead and do little small chops, like so. So your onions should look something like this, very small. Ooh, I'm crying. Very small onions, like so, okay? And then just set these aside, and then chop the rest of your onions. Damn. Okay, now that we got all of our onions done, we'll take this over to the stovetop and start caramelizing them up. Let's go. We got the pan heating over medium heat, and we're gonna add the butter, the onions, sugar, salt, pepper, and thyme. Let that cook down a little bit, then we're gonna add our beef broth, just to stir that around, add a little moisture, and then once that caramelizes, and we'll be ready to go. And we'll add that to the beef, and then it's good pickings after that. To the pan, we're gonna go ahead and add our butter to it. Let that melt. Let this butter melt down. Once the butter is melted like so, go ahead and add the onions to the pot. Make sure you get everything out of it. Okay. And we're just gonna give that a good mix. Coat everything up very well. Once your onions have started to sweat for a little bit, go ahead and add some salt. Okay. About a teaspoon or 2, and then add some fresh black pepper. And I like to go ahead and add just a little bit of sugar to that mixture, just to get a nice little sweetness to it. Okay. And then for the thyme, to get everything off, you're just gonna take it like so and scrape backwards. Okay. I think that's good. Now just go ahead and give that a quick mix. So mix that up, let it cook down. Once it gets a little bit more color, we'll add the beef broth, and then we'll be ready to go. We got some beautiful color on our onions. It's been about 3 to 5 minutes. At this point, we're gonna add just a little bit of beef broth as need be so the onions can soak that juice up and get really nice and like caramelized. Then we're just gonna add just a little bit of beef broth a little bit at a time until the onions are golden brown. As that pan gets drier, just add a little bit more beef broth. Okay. And then just give this a quick mix. Let this cook down and let this get golden brown. That rhymed. Okay, and then just mix this up every couple of minutes. It's already getting a lot thicker from when it first started. Always taste it as you go because you want to make sure your food is good that you're making. You know, you don't want to get to the end or serve this to somebody, matter of fact, and it be awful because you didn't taste it. So always taste as you go. It'll save you, I promise you. So the onions are done and ready. Take those off the stove. Just set those aside. We'll get ready on our meatball mixture, and then we're ready to go. To the bowl, obviously, go ahead and add your ground beef to it. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty, guys. That's what we have them for. Just dump that into a bowl, like so. Okay, and then throw that in the trash. The first, we're gonna add some salt. And a nice little bit of salt, okay? Okay. Third is some fresh cracked pepper. So give you a couple twists of that. Just go till your heart tells you to stop. That's how I do it. Okay. Okay, so that looks good. Now we're gonna add our liquid gold. Look how much this is reduced down. Okay. Now I'm only gonna add half of it because I do want to garnish with some of it. So add about half of it to the pot. Before you give this a mix, I'm just gonna wash my hands real quick one more time just to ensure that they're clean. I'm big on using my hands. I don't really like to put gloves on. I just feel like it's an extra step, something else that gets in the way when it doesn't need to be. You have hands for a reason. Use them. Promise you. Okay. Jump in there and give it a good mix so everything is well combined. Okay. Just mix it up. And these onions are cooled down, guys. So don't think I'm just putting in my hands in hot onions. These onions have cooled for probably about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. Get it really nice and incorporated. Y'all hear this? Okay. Okay, now we got this all well combined. You don't want to over mix it because you don't want your meatballs to be all tough. Once you have everything all mixed up, grab an ice cream scooper and we'll make the balls. While you're making your meatballs, go ahead and preheat the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit and line a baking sheet. And this is where we're gonna be placing the meatballs on. It's super easy too. That's what's beautiful about this recipe. It's very hands-off besides this and the onions. But other than that, it's super simple to make. It really can come together in 30 minutes, all right? So let's get our baking sheet all lined up. Okay, so when you're putting your meatballs on the tray, go ahead and grab you a cookie scoop or an ice cream scooper, or you can do this by hands, whatever the choice may be. Spray it down. I'm gonna just spray mine down so it doesn't stick back in front of it, okay? And then just scoop it out till you have all your meatballs. Okay, this is it. Okay, what do y'all think about the new setup? Y'all like it? I like it too. I was a little tense my first one just because it was so close. I'm like, dang, it was really hard to get the shots, especially by myself. One day I hope to have a team. This made 11 meatballs, but you might get 12 or more just depending on what size cookie scoop you use or however you shape them. But throw them in the 400-degree oven for about 12 to 15 minutes until nice and golden. And then after that, we're pretty much done. I am using smoked Gruyere cheese. I found this at Kroger and I was like, oh, I feel like that'd be a nice little touch to it. If you don't have Gruyere cheese or can't find it, provolone would work fine as well. But also, with your cheeses, make sure you always grate them if you can because it's gonna taste way better. The processed or pre-sliced cheese, most of the time it has like some type of something on it that prevents it from melting thoroughly. If possible, always try to grate your own cheese. Don't be lazy. It's gonna make your food taste way better. Just go ahead and grate the cheese on your large setting, or if you want to do finer cheese, be my guest, but just go ahead and just grate that. Probably do about like a half a cup, enough to cover the subs. This is such a tedious task. Sometimes I wish I had like kids. No, I really don't wish I had kids, but I wish I had like a little helper that would just, I do have plenty of cousins that do want to ask me, so maybe I should recruit them. But this is a perfect task for a little one, just to keep them busy for a little bit because this is so mundane. Oh my God. If you have a food processor that has a slicer attachment, use that. I would do that, but that's just unnecessary stuff. But keep on grating. We're gonna let these cool down just a little bit before we assemble them. But go ahead and grab your hot dog bun or a hoagie roll, whatever you have. Doesn't really matter. And then we'll get ready to assemble it, okay? These look beautiful, they smell great. Open your bun up, super simple. Open your bun up, grab a meatball, get all the extra juices off, stuff that in there. Stuff that in there. Stuff it in there. Cool. So my hoagie roll only got 3. So, or my hot dog bun, my apologies. And then just keep on stuffing the rest of them. I always like to just press the little bread down just a little bit to create a little bit more room and space. So put the first one in there. So now that your hoagie rolls are stuffed, take that Gruyere cheese and just sprinkle as much or as little as you like on top of it. I'm a big cheese person, so I like a lot of cheese on mine. Okay. And then just do that for the rest of them. Oh my goodness, yo. This is gonna be good. Once you got your bread all set up and ready to go, turn your oven on high broil and then just broil that for just a few minutes until the cheese is melted and golden brown. Keep a good eye on it because it can burn just like that. So don't walk too far away from it and we'll be back for the final presentation. We gotta add just a little bit of parsley to make everything look brighter, brighten it up a little bit. Always need that parsley, okay? We're gonna add just a little bit more thyme to it. Sprinkle that there. Sprinkle that there. I know y'all see this beautiful food right here. This pan is not that hot. We're about to eat really good. Oh my God, my mouth is watering. It smells delicious. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. But let's get ready to take our first bite, guys. I had to get it right for the thumbnail. Hopefully it comes out right. I don't know if it's gonna come out right, but my mouth has been watering the whole time. The reason why I'm here is for me to tell y'all if it's good or not. So let's take this first bite and see. I need a little bit more onions first. I told y'all, I really do love onions. My favorite thing. Cool. This is for you, Rocky. My dog's right here watching me eat this, and I just feel bad for him because he can't have this. But oh my God. That was truly good. The caramelized onions, the meatballs were perfect. The top split hot dog bun, oh, so good. The hickory smoked cheese too, Gruyere cheese, oh my God. That was a really nice touch to it too. This was perfect. Please, I'm telling y'all, give this a try. Y'all let me know what y'all think of it. I appreciate y'all so much for watching. I hope y'all like the new setup. We're still figuring it out. But y'all are like my advisors. Y'all tell me what y'all want to see, how I could improve, what I could do different. You know, we can build this community together. We're a team. Me and you and your family, whoever's watching this, we're a team. We work together. So let me know down below. Thank y'all guys so much for watching. I'll see y'all next week.